So hey, what's up, y'all? This is your homegirl Ricky MK checking in, and well, today I'm going to be talking about what to consider before getting pregnant. And well, I have had personal experience with pregnancy, so I'm a bit familiar. So I feel comfortable that I'm going to give you the right tips, and the right information. Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of things to consider because your body is going to change. Yeah, you already know the basic, but what you also should know is that afterwards your sex life is not going to be like so pleasurable, until you heal. And which, if you don't give yourself time, you're never gonna heal. So you're just going to keep going, and making love, and it won't be making love to you no more. It'll be technically like just a job. But yeah, your boobs, they're going to grow. You're going to grow to get ready for the baby, so you can feed the baby with milk. You might feel the urge to scratch yourself, but I would suggest like putting cold ice or something cold, like to just numb it away, because the more you scratch, the more stretch marks you get. And also, your body is just going to gain so much weight, that it's obviously easy to gain, which is harder to lose. We know that rule. But yeah, like I said, I have been there before, oh, 2 times, and I might be going through it again. Who knows, But I'm going to take you through the whole process, and it's not really what people make it seem. Like, oh, you're having a baby, oh, that's good. You're planning it, oh, that's good too. You're gonna start your own family. But what they don't tell you is that there's things that are going to change drastically with your body. And I know for a fact, when I was pregnant, like, I experienced a bad experience with my pregnancy. I was itching a lot, and like people, people who were close to me, like, they were ashamed, they were ashamed of probably going out with me or whatever, but it's pregnancy. And you know what, I think it happens. Well, the answer I give it to now is, I think it happens when you drink. And I heard it before, because they told me, they're like, if you drink, your pregnancy is going to be harder, so you should consider stopping. And at that time I was crazy, so I was like, nah, you know what, don't go there, because I wasn't planning to have kids. So I didn't care. I wasn't good. But then when I got pregnant, obviously I'm that type of person that I'm going to take care of myself, and my baby. Well, first of all, it's my baby, then myself. But I stopped doing all that thing that I was doing, and I went through a lot of things. So one thing to really consider, if you drink, you might want to take like a couple months to just clean your system out before you do it, because you don't know what reaction you're going to get, like, especially if you drink tequila. You might get itchiness or whatever. I used to go to doctors, and doctors wouldn't be able to explain what I used to have. They'll be like, oh, you have this, oh, you have that. And I knew it wasn't that, none of that thing. And whatever that they used to prescribe to me, it didn't even work. Why? Because they just try to give you an explanation and reason, and just for you to get out and that say, you know what, we done our job, and now you have to pay us, and that's it. That's how it goes. But it wasn't easy. So you might want to consider leaving uh your, well, whatever you do. If you do it, and if you don't do it, I mean, that's something that you don't have to worry about. But if you live a drug free life, good for you, good for you. Now I do too, thank God, I do too. So we know we don't have to worry about that. But if you do, you might want to consider, like, you know taking care of yourself. But my phone. But also, there's aside from that, you have to really, you have to drink vitamins, you have to drink plenty of water. And when I got pregnant, I was used to drinking water, but after that after that after that I was like, nah. No, you know what? Somebody's distracting me. That's why. That's why. But I mean, the water part was not really difficult. What was difficult was me eating healthy. As Mexicans, we like to eat like mole, whatever, greasy stuff like tamales. So it was difficult for me on that side. So like you have to take, well, like eat right. Like you have, instead of frying your chicken, boil it, because it's not it's obviously making you like unhealthy, but it's making the baby unhealthy, you know and so once in the blue moon, it's not bad. It's not bad. But there are a lot of things to consider when it comes to getting pregnant, because it's not only you taking care of yourself, you're taking care of another living thing, another. You're basically giving life to something inside of your uterus. You're creating something gorgeous, and one day it's going to call you mommy. But yeah, so aside from the food part, I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all are not going to have a good experience. Like me, for my first 2 pregnancies, I didn't have a good experience. I didn't have a good experience, and it was really difficult for me, because probably because I used to put a lot of things into my system. But now that I'm drug free, this pregnancy is actually going better. It's actually going better. Hopefully, like, it'll continue this way, and that's up to God, up to God, and hopefully it does. But what I'm saying is that y'all should be ready, for whatever consequence, like, us women have to pay, like, for what we did, because there are consequences. Whatever you do, there are consequences. You might not see them like soon, but you will see them. Believe me, you will see it. You will see it. So afterwards, you're going to be like, nah, you know what? I don't need this. No, like, excuse me, but you out of here. Like, you have to go. Like, you have to go. But yeah, it really depends on your body, and I'm not trying to scare ya. I'm just telling the truth, because a lot of females have a different story, and I'm a little bit chismosa. So whenever I talk with a new female, like, I always have a tendency to ask them, hey, do you have kids and things like that. I go into it really deep, because I want to know. I want to know. Like, the more you know, it's not being, to me, it's not like being chismosa. It's informing yourself, because there's a lot of things the internet don't tell you, but people sometimes they do tell you. Ask questions to know the answer. Like, it's not a bad thing. Like, somebody told me once it's a bad thing. Nah, it's not a bad thing. I'm informing myself. Like, if that's a bad thing, then I'd rather be bad. I'd rather be in the... But yeah. For now, I think that's all I'm gonna really talk. And, you know, it's not easy being pregnant, because when you bend, when you do certain things like walking fast or whatever, for some odd reason, because life is messed up, you have to walk fast, so your stomach will hurt. And to take a shower, to shave yourself, it's uncomfortable, and you have to do it without looking. So become a professional right now. Become a professional right now, because you're gonna need it later on in the future. And us mommies, I mean, we already mastered it, so we're good. We're good. Like, we're good. We got this. We got this. But yeah, like, there's a lot of things to really consider. And I might not be able to explain it to y'all in this video, because too much information to give, to share, that it's impossible to do it in just one video. And if somebody tells you, hey, all the information you need to know is in this video, you be like, nah, it's not, because come on. Some writers, authors have to write a whole book, and they still haven't given you the whole information they need to give you. So quit your lying just to get views. But anyways, this is your homegirl Ricky MK checking out. Much love from your homegirl, But anyways, yeah, much love. And if you're planning to get pregnant, don't be scared. It's life. We all have to go through it. We have to face things, face our fears. And it's not a bad thing. It's not, at the end of the day, all the pain you go through, all the suffering you go through, it pays off. All the estrías, stretch marks you get, it pays off. Even though they're hard work, but it pays off. It pays off. You shouldn't be ashamed of your stretch marks. Whatever you have it because, come on, you're helping this world have more generations. That's the way I see it. Because, I have a lot of stretch marks, but you know what? I'm not ashamed of it, because I know my body is shit. I know for a fact a guy is gonna love it, And if my boo doesn't love it, then guess what? There are females